My name is Zoe. I'm the Tipsy Psychic, and today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Virgo Libra Cusp and a Pisces Aries Cusp. This is an enchanting combination. You both are perfect for each other in so many ways. You also are highly sexually compatible, and your physical bodies are perfectly in sync. There is an erotic aspect to this couple that is very exciting. Sex isn't the only form of pleasure you both enjoy. Sometimes there is difficulty when it comes to being more open, and you can become more argumentative. Try not to get defensive or lash out. Instead, try to be more okay with whatever has got you so upset. You care deeply for your Virgo Libra Cusp, and you give them your heart. You would be your Virgo Libra Cuspers' good luck charm. They feel like the luckiest one in the world being with you. This is the kind of couple that grows old together, and they love each other until the day they die. Soulmates. Once you marry each other, you rarely divorce. You need to learn to listen to your heart more. You need to make sure your heart is getting everything it requires. Don't ignore your feelings. Self-love is important. You are impulsive and you bring so much energy to this dynamic. A Virgo Libra Cusp is a storm, and they come into your life like a hurricane and they shake up your world. They bring passion and romance into your life, and they're a blast to be around. It definitely may throw you off because they don't seem like someone who would dive into the deep end with you so quickly. But when you fall for each other, you fall hard. And they can turn out to be very romantic. Virgo Libra Cusp doesn't act this way with just anyone. You're both still pretty different. You have different perspectives and you have different skills. You are the emotional, empathic wildfire. And they are the philosophers and the thinkers and the tinkers. The ones with ideas, but who experience the world around them. You are water and fire, and they are earth and air, and so it's kind of like all the elements, you know? This is very magical. You are opposites in so many ways, but at the same time, you make the most of that. It can be one of the greatest assets of your dynamic. When a Virgo Libra Cusper needs time to themselves, you know how to give it to them. You can sense it even when they don't. When they get worked up, you know how to help them relax. You complete them. You give them something they don't have all by themselves. They feel like you are this ray of sunshine, and they love your dreams and your imagination. They love your fantasies. Your love is a balance of all the elements combined, and that is bigger than the both of you. This is a pretty rare combination, surprisingly. You don't come across these two signs dating every single day, but when it does happen, it's usually pretty special. You must respect your Virgo Libra Cusp. You both sweep each other away in the beginning. You tend to do that in romantic relationships more than them. And you may feel like the more romantic they are, the more stable you feel. It's nice for a change. You balance each other out. So when you're grounded, they're like a whirlwind. But when you're spontaneous, they're more down to earth. They can be very silly and playful. They may also be a little finicky at times too. Your Virgo Libra Cusp most likely won't take things as personally as you do. They have sort of this neutral approach to life, and you can take things in much more of an emotional way. And you also may take things more personally. Loyalty and trust are very important in this relationship. Respect is everything. If you start to lose respect for one another, then that will be the end of your love story. It can cause hostility and friction to occur, and that will be very destructive for what you have. So never fuck with each other's respect. A Virgo Libra Cusp would be a great person to share a home with. Also, timing is important. If you have not been with many different partners first, then this may lack some experience that you need. You definitely need to sample a variety of different zodiac signs before settling down with a Virgo Libra Cusp. So timing may be an issue for you if you're at a time in your life when you are just starting dating or just finding love. It may not work out as well. If they're your first love, it probably won't work out. You must be ready for such a powerful love in your life, you know? They probably won't be as intuitive as you. You like to be more honest and speak your mind. You follow your intuition and vibes, while they are much more hands-on and realistic with how they go about things. You might feel like at times your Virgo Libra cusp is too shallow or materialistic, and this might cause disagreements. If the Virgo Libra cusp doesn't have their materialistic life together when you date, it may not be the best time for them to date you. They need to have their financial affairs in order before committing to you. So while it may be fun at first, that might get in the way of your acceptance towards one another. You're not a surface level person, and that would not scare your Virgo Libra cusp away. They would appreciate that about you. You are deep, and they can always count on you to be their friend. Platonic relationships between these two work out well most of the time. You complete each other. You also make great parents. So if you have kids together, you would co-parent probably very well. You are a feeler and you feel your way through life. Your Virgo Libra cusp may accuse you of being unfocused and impractical. They might call you out for making bad choices or for not really knowing where you want to go at times. And that will not fly with you because you learn through your mistakes, you learn through your experiences, through your emotions, and they don't get that. You have mood swings, but your Virgo Libra cusp does usually know how to soothe your emotions. You don't really search for someone who is secure and predictable in a partner. And maybe your Virgo might feel like they fit those categories. You have to be ready for them. You may feel frustrated with your Virgo Libra cusp's tendency to be shallow or only focus on the physical world. You don't care as much about what's on the outside. They might accuse you of being too much of an emotional mess. You're very driven by your feelings, and they might see you as too unstable. You both will find each other irresistible. You might feel kind of drained after hanging out with them for a while. Like you may have to start with increments because it might just be too long of a time with each other, and it's easy to just feel drained afterwards. They can be a little exhausting sometimes. You may point fingers at each other, but there is a harmonious energy that really overpowers those snapfus. Remember that friction can arise when you lack respect, but you usually look out for each other and you usually believe in each other. You have this way of going with the flow or just saying, I'll see how it makes me feel. And they may not be as laid back. It can be kind of refreshing for a Virgo Libra cusp though, especially if they're pretty uptight. You definitely have differences, but you work together so well that it hardly matters. Yay! Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're a Pisces Aries cusper or a Virgo Libra cusper, please comment below and let me know what you think in the comment section. I would love to hear more about your love story if you have any to share. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye!